I'm thinking this might sound like kind of a rant, but I have to let loose on this TV show. The wait is over and the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte have been revealed, and I don't think that anyone expected this Star Wars show to be this bad. The crazy thing is that my expectations were so low already that I didn't think that they could go any lower. But it's just shocking how bad these first 2 episodes are, and I'm not sure if I could piece together the words to describe how bad The Acolyte is. I'm not sure if the words exist in the English language. What I am saying, I have honestly never seen a $180 million production look like a sophomore high school project. How is Leslye Headland allowed to write the scripts for this TV show? The dialogue is so bad that even commenting on how bad it is just pointless. It's grade school level bad. There is no world building. Every character speaks in direct and simple sentences. There is no hint of any development for any character whatsoever. I mean, this is a script that a first-year high school student would submit for their first-year drama creative writing class. I remember the first screenplay I ever wrote. I mean, it was bad. But I have to say, it was better than this.
Oh God, is it bad?
How could these scripts make it through the people who are supposed to be the creative checks and balances at Disney? There is no way to cover up how bad this show is or to spin it in some way to make The Acolyte seem like it's anything more than an amateur script, an amateur production, amateur directing, cinematography, set design, lighting, amateur costumes, acting and editing, the whole thing.
Go on.
Everyone involved with this show could be nothing but embarrassed. Do you remember the show Robin Hood that came out last year? Yeah, you remember that one? Well, this is the same bottom of the barrel quality. In my review of the Acolyte trailer, I took extra time to point out how bad the sets are. And what you see in the first 2 episodes of the Acolyte are sets that are so poorly lit and constructed that they look so fake, and obviously they sit on a soundstage. You can see the fact that all the set pieces are fake. They're manufactured for a TV show and they look it. There's no realism, and it confounds the mind to think that they spent $180 million on this show. It is simply amazing.
Stupid is as stupid does, sir.
Bob Iger, Kathleen Kennedy, and David Filoni have to be in hiding, utterly embarrassed at what Leslye Headland brought them for that price tag. If I was on the board of directors of Disney, I would ask for the immediate resignation of Kathleen Kennedy, David Filoni, and anyone else who was associated with greenlighting and approving this project. How could this be the finished project for a studio that has such vast resources and experience in creating movies and TV shows? This is the same company, the Walt Disney Corporation, who did the Avengers Infinity War and Endgame? I mean, is this the same one? It's simply shocking.
Yes, yes.
If you go through the various aspects of this production, there is nothing that you can point to that does not come across as 100% amateur B-level production. The main conflict set up for this Disney Star Wars show is basically nothing more than a murder mystery, except that there is no mystery. We see everything that happens. We know who the murderer is. We are told with on-the-nose dialogue what a character feels and what they are going to do next.
Well, that sucks.
There is no world building, no indication of the current day political structure that's in place or the rules that govern the power that rule the universe they are in. And another thing, how could this level of acting even be approved for a final edit? Every studio has access to the dailies, which is everything that was shot on that day, to review the takes and determine what needs to be shot and reshot. How was there not the expertise on set to stop this entire show early on? Because the indications that this was going to be a disaster was clearly evident.
What a mess.
There's nothing about The Acolyte that you can point to and say that it was well done. There is nothing in the script that you could admit was good or even close to be considered clever writing. The lighting looks like it was set up by the lighting team of the Days of Our Lives. It's a complete disaster. Then there's the fight scenes. Oh, Lord. Who was the coordinator who choreographed those fights? It looked like Paula Abdul was asked to develop the fight choreography for the show. It was nothing more than a series of misses followed by a block and then a Jedi hand pushback. That was the fight scenes. Can someone please tell me what I just watched? How does something like this get greenlit? How is it that when the final edit is presented to the top execs at Disney, that they could be okay with releasing it to the public, knowing that they will be the ones who will ultimately be blamed for the abysmal result of hiring Leslye Headland and her team of amateur writers and production team to develop and film this TV series? If this doesn't result in someone high up in Lucasfilm being terminated, then there can be no hope for Lucasfilm or any of the productions that come out of Disney or any of its studios.
Flawlessly logical.
If it was up to me, time would be up for Kathleen Kennedy and David Filoni. There is no excuse that can be given to account for the Acolyte and how bad the final edit is. This is a new all-time low for Star Wars. It seems impossible that a show can come out any worse than The Acolyte can. You can't spin this. This is 100% dog shit. Total and complete dog shit. And if Bob Iger comes out to try and spin this in some way and suggest that The Acolyte is a good TV show, then the board of directors has to consider his termination as well. Because what's coming out of Disney in both movies and TV is an utter embarrassment. The amazing thing is that The Acolyte makes Ahsoka look good, and that's something I never thought that I would ever say. And that's all I have to say about The Acolyte episodes 1 and 2, and I will see you in our next video.